Okay, picture this. You're just so thirsty. You grab that ice-cold, fizzy soft drink. But what if I told you that's the absolute worst thing you could do? Seriously, the science here might just change how you think about quenching your thirst forever.
You know the feeling, right? It's a super hot day. You're sweating, you feel kind of sluggish, that dry mouth thing is starting. Your body is just screaming for something to drink. So what's the first thing you reach for?
Yeah, for a lot of us, it's that sound, right? That satisfying psst of a can opening, that icy fizz, the immediate sugar rush. It just feels like the perfect answer when you're totally drained. It just feels right.
But what if that feeling is, totally misleading? What if it's all a trick? Well, that brings us to what we're going to call the thirst quencher myth.
So here's the wild part, the thing we're really going to dig into. What if that drink you chose to rehydrate is actually making you more dehydrated? I know, sounds kind of crazy, but stick with me.
And look, this isn't just some random theory. It's all based on some really solid research. Back in 2016, a study in the American Journal of Physiology set out to answer this exact question. What really happens inside your body when you chug a soft drink to rehydrate compared to just plain old water?
And what they found? Well, it wasn't just interesting. It was honestly pretty shocking. So let's get into what they discovered.
Okay, so the setup for the experiment was actually super simple. The scientists took some test subjects, got them dehydrated, and then split them into two groups. Group 1, they got plain water. Group 2 got a drink designed to be just like a typical soft drink. Loaded up with fructose and glucose.
And here it is, the big reveal, straight from the study's authors. They found that soft drinks actually exacerbate dehydration. Exacerbate, that's a sciencey way of saying it makes things worse. So it doesn't just fail to help, it actively makes the problem worse. Think about that. The drink you're using to solve dehydration is actually fueling it.
Right? So the big question is, how is that even possible? How can drinking a liquid make you more dehydrated? Well, the answer is all about how soda basically hijacks your body's most important internal systems.
And the main culprit here, the real villain of the story, is a specific type of sugar, fructose. It's the go-to sweetener in a ton of soft drinks, and it turns out your body handles it very differently than other sugars, especially when you're already stressed out from not having enough water.
Let's walk through how this works, step by step. So you're dehydrated, and then you flood your system with a ton of fructose. Your kidneys have to kick into overdrive to process it. But here's the catch. That whole process actually messes with the kidneys' ability to do their main job at that moment, which is to conserve water. It's like they get the wrong memo. Instead of holding on to every precious drop of fluid, they're tricked into letting it go. It's the literal opposite of what your body needs.
And this isn't just about feeling a little extra thirsty. Oh no. This process puts a huge, and I mean measurable, amount of strain on one of your most vital organs, your kidneys.
And this chart really shows you the raw data. The researchers measured these things called acute kidney injury markers, which are pretty much exactly what they sound like, warning signs of damage happening right now. And just look at the difference. The soft drink group, their markers for injury are way, way higher than the group that just had water.
So that was the study's other huge takeaway. It wasn't just a temporary thing. This wasn't just about feeling more thirsty for a little while. The drink choice was directly contributing to actual physical stress and injury to the kidneys.
So what does all this mean for us? Well, it brings us to a pretty crucial point. It's probably time we all seriously rethink our go-to drink, especially when our bodies are already under stress.
I mean, let's just lay it all out, side by side. When it comes to hydration effect, water is effective. Soft drinks, they can make dehydration worse. And what about kidney stress? Water is low stress. Soft drinks are high stress and can even promote injury. When you see it like this, the choice becomes kind of obvious, doesn't it?
All right, let's wrap this up with the big takeaways. First, when you're actually dehydrated, sugary drinks just work against you. Second, it's that high fructose that's the real problem, making dehydration worse. Third, this whole thing puts real, measurable stress on your kidneys. And finally, the bottom line is, water is simply the best and safest choice when you need to rehydrate. Period.
So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. That instinct to grab a cold, sugary, fizzy drink, yeah, it feels good for a second. But now that you know what's really going on inside, the next time you're truly thirsty, what's the choice your body is actually going to thank you for?